Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully load one of the JavaScript, and now from here you can add that multiple student class and amount at a time, right? So now I want to insert this data. So if you want to insert this data, that is actually in our add page. So now go to our add, that is the add fee amount page, and into the add fee amount page, so that is our one of the form. You can see there is also one of the form, and there is a value as a submit. So that is our total form. So that is our total form, and from here we have to insert that multiple data, right? So for the reasons here in our class ID, I make it as a multiple one, and that is our route. So now we have to create one of the route, and I just want to create one of the route as a store fee, and I name it as a amount. Okay, that will be as a store fee amount. So this the route we have to create. Now go to our web route, into the web route after this. Okay, after this I better copy it. That will be as a post method, as a post. Okay, that will be as a post method, and then our route will be as a store fee amount. I copy it, and then that will be as a store fee amount, and then better I also want to update, that will be as a fee amount store, and that will be our URL. And in our fee amount controller I want to create one of the method as a store fee amount. So that will be our method. This is the method now I want to create in our this controller, that means our fee amount controller. Now go to our fee amount controller, and after this I take another one as a public, and then function, and then our method name, our method name will be as a store fee amount. So that will be a store fee amount, and then that will be our method. Perfect. And then that will be as a post method. So when it will be as a post method, we have to pass that request, right? So I pass that request, and then the $request, and after that first of all here we have to check it, and from here, as I told you, we have to add that multiple data, right? So we have to add that multiple data. So now I want to add all that our count. For the reasons here, I take one of the variable as a count. Okay, count class. So this type of one of the variable I want to take, and then with our count function. So in Laravel there is one of the building function as a count function. Okay, so with this count function I want to take all that our that means this request, our that is a clear request, or this one, right? So that is a clear class ID. So this requested class ID I want to take it. So here I want to add that as a with this request. So with this request I want to get our this requested all that class ID. Okay, and I take the things with this variable, and now after that I want to add one of the condition. So it will be one of the simple condition on the if condition. Okay, I add one of the if condition, and into the if condition area, so better I want to put some of the note for you. That will be as a and method, and that will be as a and if condition. That will be as a and if condition. Okay, so into the if condition area I want to add, I take our this class ID, take the things with this variable, and here first of all I want to check it. That will be when it should be not null, not is equal to null. So when it should be not is equal to null, then I want to load one of the for loop. Okay, so here then automatically it should be load first data, second data, and then the third data. Okay, that means our loop will be running. So for the reasons here we have to add one of the for loop. I add the for loop. So that will be as a for loop, and better here I also want to put another note as a and for loop. Okay, that will be as a and for loop. Perfect. So now into the for loop area, when it should be I started that as a 0, and then our count. So that means this variable. So here it should be when it should be as a greater than with this variable, and then it will be automatically incremented. Okay, that means our loop will be started, and into the loop area I want to add all that our functionality. Okay, I take one of the variable as a fee underscore amount. So this type of one of the variable I take, and then I have to create an object, and I have to load our model. So right now I want to use our this model as a free category amount, right? So with this free category amount I create this object, and then we have to add all that our field name, that means the fee amount. So with this fee amount, our database field name and our field name has the same name. That is actually our database field name. So that is our fee amount ID. So I name it. This will be with our and the request. Okay, that means the request field name. Our request field name for this one, if you go, our request field name also as a fee category underscore ID, right? So that will be this one. So here I don't need to add that multiple, so only one data will be inserted, right? So whatever the things you will be choose from here, only one data will be inserted. So that two of this field will be as a multiple. So now I want to add another one with this fee amount. I want to add that our another field name, our database field name as a class ID. So that will be as a class ID, and then our requested one, that means with this request, our requested field name as a here, that is our class ID, and also they have one of the array, right? So that is actually array will be needed. So now I copy it, and that will be our array. So this array will be our this one, that means this I. So I simply add it. Okay, so because from here I want to add that multiple data, and also same things for our next one, that means that is our amount, right? So that is our amount. So now that is our requested amount, and our database field name is also amount. You can see that is also, that is actually amount. Perfect. So I simply add both of this. That will be inserted the multiple amount, it will be inserted multiple class, and that is our fee category ID. Okay, and then we have to use as a, that means save this data, that means with this fee amount it should be save this data. Simply save it. Perfect. So friend, that's all. Okay, that's all we have to do. And after that, if you want to show some of the message with the toaster, you can use it. So better right now, if you go to our any other method I did a lot of the time, that is actually our toaster message. So better I copy it. Okay, I copy it. So right now in our fee, and that is actually our save loop, and after that is our end condition, and after that condition here I want to load our this notification. So that will be display our data. Okay, data inserted successfully, this type of one of the message, or you can use that as a fee account. Okay, or data, not the data, and to use as a fee amount inserted successfully, this type of the message will be visible, and then it will be redirect to our web. I have created already one of the view page, so there is a fee amount view. Here it will be redirected, right? So I simply pass it with the notification, it will be display. So friend, that's all for our stored these multiple data. Okay, now let's check this out. If everything okay, it should be inserted this data. Now click as a save all, and now go there. Now click as a refresh. So right now I select as a registration fee. Our registration fee for the class 1, I make it as a 300 for education purpose, and also I want to add another one for the class 2. For the class 2 I make it as a 600. Okay, so these two of this I want to insert, and you can also add that multiple one as per your demand. So right now it's okay with me. I add both of this as a for the class 1 and the class 2. So now if you click as a submit, yes, you can see it's perfect. Now it's perfectly inserted this data as a fee amount inserted successfully. And here you can see friend, it's now showing as a fee category as a 1 and 1. If you go to our database, now click as a browse. Now you can see it's now showing as a ID, and that is our fee category ID is now visible, right? So here if you want to display that as a class ID, that is in our view, into the view area, you can see into the view area I use that as a fee category field. That means there is actually a fee category field. If you want to display that class ID, I name it as a class underscore ID. Okay, I name it as a class ID, click as a save all, and now here refresh it. Yeah, you can see it's now showing as a class ID as a 1 and class ID as a 2. Right, and now if you insert the another one, better I want to insert another one. If you go to our add fee account, That fee account I select it as a right now as a exam fee. For the class 1, class 1 I select it as a 600. Sorry, inserted this data. So right now it's okay, but I remove it from the database. I want to insert the multiple one, then it will be better. I remove it last one. Okay, so now I go to click as a refresh it again. Now go to our add fee amount, and with that fee amount right now I choose as a exam fee for the class 1, and also want to add multiple one, that will be the class 2 and the class 3. So for the class 1 I want to make it as a 5 or 600, and then 700, and then 800. Okay, that will be our class fee. So now if you click as a submit, yeah, you can see it's now successfully inserted, and also it's now visible all that our fee, that means that is our class ID is visible. Now click as a browse, you can see it's now successfully visible. So better I want to use that as a fee category. Here I want to actually do one things, I want to use that as a fee category ID will be better, because I want to get all that our group by data. Okay, how can get this group by data I will also show you. Now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, so here you can see it's now showing as a 1. That means all that one group ID data I want to take. I will show you that things later, and also I want to get all that our 3 group ID data. Okay, and also I want to take another one. I click the add fee amount, and now I select as a monthly fee for the class 1 and class 2 and class 3. Okay, if I add 3 of these, or better I add the class 1 and the 2. For the edit we will update it. Okay, so I make it as a this amount and this amount for class 1 and class 2. That will be as a monthly fee. Click as a submit. Yeah, our fee amount inserted successfully. Now click as a browse. Perfect. So now if you go to our page, click as a refresh. Yeah, you can see now that is actually our 2 ID. That means these 2 means our monthly, this 3 is means for our exam, and this 1 is for our another one, right? That means the registration fee maybe. So that is our fee category, and there is a class ID. So that is our fee category. If you go to our fee category, that means if you go to our fee category table, that is actually the fee category. Into the fee category you can see ID 1 is for the registration fee. So that means this one is the registration fee, and this 3 ID means is for the exam fee, and then 2 is for the monthly fee, right? So now I want to actually get all the data group by, and all that group by data I want to visible it, and also I want to create on the relation with our this category, that is actually our table as a fee category table, and from here I want to get this name. Okay, so how can do that work? You better have to continue this process. In our next video I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.